All right. What's up, everybody? My people, Manhattan, the Bronx, Queens, all the way out to Staten Island, my home borough, Brooklyn. Back out with another video. This will be another entry into the Greatest Games Ever series in honor of Super Bowl week. And this is going to be on Super Bowl 32 between John Elway and the Denver Broncos against Brett Favre and the defending Super Bowl champion Green Bay Packers. You know, the 1996 Green Bay Packers are one of the greatest teams in NFL history. I did a video on them. I'm going to put a link to it in the description down below. You know, 13-3, number one ranked offense, number one ranked defense. They came back the second year, and they were probably a better team than they were the year before. At least according to Reggie White, the late great Reggie White. He said they were a better team in 97 than they were in 96 because, you know, they had more confidence, more swagger. Obviously, you know, winning the Super Bowl does that for you. And here's John Elway. The John Elway who been to 3 Super Bowls and got his ass handed to him multiple times by the Giants. The Washington Redskins, and the San Francisco 49ers. Okay, now granted, some would say, oh, Elway was overmatched. The Giants teams, the Redskins, and the Broncos, or not the Broncos, but the 49ers were far better teams. Yeah, they were. So that really Elway's fault? No, but let me say this. I don't know, John Elway, every time he sees Terrell Davis, he should shake his hand and thank Terrell Davis. Because had it not been for Terrell Davis, John Elway would not have a Super Bowl. 2 Super Bowls. Okay, I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. It's just the truth. TD, those 3 years are probably the greatest 3 years any running backs ever had in the history of the National Football League. 3 straight Offensive Player of the Years, 2 Super Bowls, a Super Bowl MVP, a league MVP. He rushed for 2,000 yards, just incredible. And Terrell Davis was the straw that stirred the drink for the Denver Broncos. Okay, you know, and of course they had the great Shannon Sharpe, they had Ed McCaffrey, they had Rod Smith on the offensive side, you know. On the defensive side, they had Steve Atwater, who's now in the Hall of Fame. Congratulations. They had my man Neil Smith, who was a former pass rusher for the Kansas City Chiefs. They signed him in free agency to go to the Denver Broncos and help the Broncos pass rush, which had failed them in the playoffs the year before. And that was a reminder. The Denver Broncos the year before were 13-3, the number 1 seed in the AFC, and were picked to go to the Super Bowl. You know, this John Elway, Brett Favre Super Bowl match should have happened the year before, but the Jaguars upset the Denver Broncos at Mile High, and one of the reasons they upset them is because the Broncos defense could not sack Mark Brunell, the Jaguars quarterback, to save their fucking life. So now that all that's out of the way, let's get to the Super Bowl matchup. See, there's the Broncos team captains and the Packers team captains meeting up. And everything. The Packers won the coin toss, and everything went their way. Brett Favre threw an early touchdown to Antonio Freeman to give the Packers the early 7-0 lead. But the Broncos had perhaps the best running back in the NFL that year in Terrell Davis. And they pounded the rock, grounded pound with TD, and they got in the end zone to tie the game at 7-7. But then Terrell Davis got hit with a migraine, a very nasty migraine, which fucked up his vision. It clouded his vision. You know, he couldn't see. You know, but they sent him back in the game, and John Elway told Terrell Davis to just run left because we need you in the game, because if we don't put you in the game, they know we're not going to run the ball. So Elway faked the handoff to TD, and Elway got loose for a touchdown. You see him in the end zone, and just like that, the Broncos were upset 14-7, and then they settled for a field goal. The kicker Jason Elam made the kick. They gave it a 17-7 lead. But the Packers, these were the defending champ Packers. Don't count them out. Brett Favre hit big tight end Mark Chumera. You know, if I'm mispronouncing his name, let me know in the comment section down below. But and that allowed the Packers to score, and Packers were down by 3, 17-14, heading into halftime. And coming out of halftime, Terrell Davis turned to MVP form. Grounded pound. Terrell Davis finished the game with 30 carries for 157 yards and 3 touchdowns, Super Bowl record, by the way. He scored again, and just like that, it was 24-14, excuse me. But you know, but Terrell Davis, when he got this touchdown, had not been for one iconic, memorable play in the career of Mr. John Elway. At 37 years old, they needed the first down. Elway dove for that first down, and when he dove in the air, he got helicoptered. John Elway's helicopter run, one of the most iconic plays in NFL history, and probably the most iconic play in John Elway's career. It summed up everything about him. He was going to do whatever it took to win. He would risk his body, sacrifice everything just to win the game. And that's how important this game was for him. So Terrell Davis, 1 year, 3 touchdowns. Do you have John Elway to thank? Okay, you see him doing the mile high salute in the end zone. But the Green Bay Packers, they weren't, they weren't all in on the John Elway train. Like, they didn't feel bad for him. And you could see on the NFL films, the Packers player, I forgot who his name was, but he was talking his team. This team is not better than us. This team is not better than us. They're not even good. We're playing the Indianapolis Colts right now. This team is not better than us. They're not good. Like, damn, the Colts didn't even make the playoffs that year. I mean, at least the Broncos made it. You got to give them that respect. Like, damn, that shows what lack of respect they had for the Broncos. And Reggie White later on admitted that they overlooked and underestimated Denver. Yeah, well, that's why you don't overlook and underestimate everybody, Reggie. But anyway, Brett Favre found Antonio Freeman to tie the game at 24-24. And then one last time, the Broncos went to their workhorse running back, no pun intended, Terrell Davis, who ran through perhaps one of the biggest holes in NFL history. I mean, that Bronco offensive line. But then again, Mike Holmgren, the Packers coach, later on admitted that they just let Terrell Davis score. Still, nonetheless, it was an impressive hole that TD ran through, and the Broncos were up 31-24. See Terrell Davis and fullback Howard Griffith mile high saluting in the end zone. On the final drive, Steve Atwater leveled this Packers receiver, knocked Steve Atwater out, knocked the receiver out, and knocked one of Steve Atwater's own Broncos teammate out. Just an incredible and loud hit. When I watched this game for the first time, I was like, damn. God damn, Once again, congratulations on Steve Atwater for making the Hall of Fame. He probably should have been long before he got in, but it is what it is. And on the final play of the game, Brett Favre tried to throw a pass on 4th down and 6, and Broncos middle linebacker John Mobley broke it up. And the Denver Broncos sideline erupted into celebration. After years of struggling, climbing to the top of the mountain just to get knocked down by the Giants, Redskins, 49ers, John Elway was finally a champion. And it's thanks to mainly this guy right here, Terrell Davis, who, like I said, ran the ball 30 times for 157 yards, 3 touchdowns on his way to win Super Bowl MVP. But as great as CD was, this one was about John. And Broncos owner Pat Bowlen, rest his soul, let everybody know that. This one's for John. I mean, that's the iconic words, the memorable words Pat Bowlen said on that stage while talking to the NBC reporters. But thus concluding one of the greatest Super Bowls ever played. It's definitely top 10. You could argue if it's top 5 if you want to. But what do you guys think? Is it the greatest Super Bowl ever? Is it top 5? Is it top 10? You think it's overrated, underrated? Let me know in the comment section down below. So congratulations to John O and the Broncos. John O and the Broncos, you guys, give us one of the great Super Bowls of all time. The Packers, y'all were a great team. It just wasn't your day. It was John Elway's day. All right? I'm going to see y'all.